Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into a early LEGO Ninjago Dragons Rising set review. Today we're looking at set number 71814. This is the Tournament Temple City. This is going to be retailing for $249.99 USD or $329.99 Canadian. It will be available beginning on June the 1st for everyone, everywhere. This was sent to me early by LEGO and Land to do a review for, and I'm pretty excited about this. Usually these large-scale big Ninjago locations I always love, and I'm excited to build this and see if it lives up to the hype. But let's go ahead and let's take a closer look at the set. Here you go from far away. I think that parts of it I'm like, whoa, this is a lot bigger than I thought, and other parts I'm like, oh, this is a bit smaller than I was expecting. But there's a lot to go through here, and a ton of figures as well. So let's go ahead and let's take a closer look at this set. All right, so starting things off here with the little dock section, you've got this really big archway which looks really great, and on the front you've got this dragon piece which looks so cool in gold. You can get it in another set, one that can actually connect to this one, which we'll talk about all throughout this one. But yeah, it looks really great, and just the whole shaping of that, how it leads into the rest of the set. And you've also got these here, the climber tools from the other sets, and these are going to come into play in a bit. But there's a couple things I want to show you up close. Like this simple little dock, you can take one of the figures there and have them go fishing. You can have them sitting as well. There's a lot you can do, but I think it's simple and it looks really great. You are actually able to detach the whole front part of the dock. If you want to customize it a little bit and swap it with this is a little bit of like a crane here, and you can lower the arm and raise it up a little bit and also spin it around 360, but I guess this will, oh no, it can go through. But you can even, if you wanted to, you can lower and raise the chain there by undoing that. So you can lower the arm, and then when you pull, it will actually spin and bring the crane inwards there and wrap around the chain. Inside of this crate, if it detaches, you can see we've got some Ninjago there on one side and same on the other. And if you open it up on the inside, you've got a waffle. Back to what I was saying before, you're able to actually separate it here, so you can swap this around and you can bring the dock over here. Or if you wanted to, we're going to move ahead a little bit over here to this section. See this plate here? You are able to remove these slope pieces. And if you've got some spare black pegs, I mean, who doesn't? You can go ahead and attach it there. And of course, though, the idea behind this, besides customizability for this set in particular, with being able to separate these different sections, is so that you can take your other tournament battle arena set and combine it here and connect it here or over there in the front, however you want. Oh, and there's also a poly bag to combine it with, but it's up to you how you want to display that. Moving over here now to the bridge, I really like it from the outside here, looking at it from afar. Just the use of these large curved pieces and the angle that this is on is really great too. Just to show you that there's a lot of walking space here for you to attach your figures and have them walking up and down this bridge. It's got so much space, which looks pretty cool. And then there's a bit of a play feature here where you can actually knock over this rock very easily. There's no play feature to launch it, but you could just use your finger and it will actually land inside of that little crevice up there where the bridge and the rock face meet. Maybe you just want to block the bridge, you could do that too. Something I personally love about this set is the color scheme that we've got going on for this. You've got a lot of sand green, which looks great, and all these little flowers all growing throughout this, and a little bit of dark tan you'll see throughout some of the rock sections. But then the medium nougat for this pathway that leads up to the temple looks great. But even these trees that are growing throughout this, the color here being using this new, the darker orange color, I honestly, when I first saw it, I was like, I don't really get why we needed it. But I think here, seeing it being used for autumn leaves, it looks really nice with the reds and the yellows. And you've even got another tree over here as well on this branch there too. Now I want to focus on this house. It's a really small and simple design for this little shack. I love the use of the garage pieces there in dark blue. Looks really great. And the roof you can actually remove here when it's not wired up for the play features, but it's still a really great looking shape. And I love the archway there. That's very reminiscent to what we saw over here with that other archway. And the door, can you actually open it? You could open it a smidge, but it'll hit the rock, which is fine. You just got to pretend that they're walking through. And I just want to show you here with these ropes and the climbing pieces, you can actually have them sort of slide on down there. Let's try from this side. There we go. That worked a bit better, but you can also just pretend and do it yourself there. I don't know. I love that that is being brought over into this really large set, this basic I guess, continuous theme throughout this wave of sets of the climber suits and everything. Interior-wise, there's nothing going on here. It's just a lot of empty space, but that's fine. You could take one of the figures and sort of put them out there on the balcony, which looks cool. Then you've also got the windows on both sides that you can open. And this whole section here, so the roof is detachable. And then I think here as well, yep, it's also modular. So you can remove it off of the floor there, and then you can see what it looks like from above, just how you've got all those flat pieces. And I think that's kind of interesting, like to pretend that it's sort of fallen off the rock face. Moving on though, we do have this interesting archway. I like the use of these parts that they're using, the mixel joints and everything. Like the way that it's on this angle looks pretty cool. You've got a couple of bamboo shoots growing there over there to the left. So once you walk through the archway, you can follow this path and you can see how it almost leads over here to this cliff face. You could see that we've got all of these rocks here with these studs. And I think the idea here being that you can take your figures and have them actually climbing up the rock face. So again, adding to that climbing story connectivity between the season, I think is kind of cool. Down below here, it looks great with just the whole floor you're going to see as you go through, just how they have all the rocks curved and everything for the base of this. The sand green, some more flowers and different things. You've also got this beam holding up the top part there, which looks cool. Making our way over here to the front, you've got this rock piece, which is flipped upside down, which is a really cool design. You could actually detach this whole rock section. You could see that sticker there on the front. And this is how it attaches to this wall, and it's just holding this machete piece. I'm not too sure why that's there. I think it would have been cooler to have something more interesting. I like the design here for the tree, how the roots are coming down here all the way up to the top like you saw before. And you've also got, now just looking at the cave section, you've got a really big entrance here. For some reason, there's a sticker for like some rock detailing. It's the only rock detailing in the whole set, so I'm a little confused why they chose to do that. I think that should have been in a couple other places, maybe over here in the front or something. I'm not too sure. But there is actually a play feature here where you could have one of the figures standing underneath, and what you do is up above there's this little lantern build which appears in another set, and all you got to do is you push down and it will actually launch the rocks down below, landing on top of a figure. When I first saw this set, I was confused by why there wasn't a base, but there's this big open entrance here for you to actually put the dragon on the entranceway and have them either showing that they're inside or actually coming out or entering, whatever you want. And here's what the cave looks like from this side here, and you can also, of course, from this side, put the dragon here too. I just thought I'd show you what it looks like coming out from this side. And we've got two different sections here. Over here to the right, you do have a little bit of an opening for the cave. And if you see there on the back wall, there's like blueprints or writings or something on the wall there on that 2x3 sticker of Cole's mech from the set. You've got some candles down below, as well as over here you've got some bones. And then in the corner there, you have a statue, which is the exact same statue torso that was introduced from Rivendell. And I'm not sure exactly who this is meant to be. It might tie into someone who's up above in the temple. Over here in this section, we've got like a little bit of a fire going and some sort of like a kebab, I think, being grilled over it. You have a little statue there in the corner. Over here in the corner, you've got something pretty cool that I'll show you from the other side. So on this side, you could see that there's this little brick sticking out, and what you do is you slide it open. So you've actually got a secret entranceway into the cave from the other side there. So that's kind of cool. And to close it, you just grab that piece back and you just got to make sure that it doesn't hit the one wall, that it actually goes in front of it. But I think that's a really fun play feature there. Again, I love the shaping of the rocks down below, some leaves down here. Now we're into the blacksmith shop, which I think looks pretty cool. Just the design of this large furnace and how the stack actually goes on up through the roof. There's a little bit of a divot there. That looks great. I want to show you this. It's the water wheel here, and it just looks great how it can spin, and these pieces lift up every time. And you can see on the inside, it's also moving the tool there to strike the anvil, which is really great. I do just want to show you the water mill detailing here from the side and all the parts that are being used for that. I think it looks really great. Also, just realize you can't go that way. It's only one way. So that's a cool little feature there. I guess it's because of those slope parts there. It stops it. But anyways, the ingot pieces, the candlesticks inside, looks good. All right, so here, the roof can actually come off, but I think what you need to do is you need to detach the tree in the back there and bend that piece up. And then you got to be careful not to hit the chimney on your way out. But this whole section is removable here. You can see over here on this side, it's the exact same design with that one plate there in the center. And that looks pretty great. You do have the second floor, which is also removable so that you get access down below. And it's a small little section with this bed that you can lie down in. You've also got a classic Ninjago little card there, which I love when they include that. You've got Jay, and that's inside of one of the wand boxes from Harry Potter. You've got a little bit of a pillow there, as well as a micro figure of Kai. So that's a really fun inclusion for like classic Ninjago fans. Over here on this side, I like the root that's sticking out from that tree up above, as well as over here, you've got a little bit of like a waterfall effect where all the rocks and different things, there's a gap there and the water is dripping down below. And just coming up a little bit higher and putting the roof back, you could see that the water feature here, so as it's flowing down, dropping down below, it's also touching this top part here, and it's coming across through this water system, dropping down below, and then that is actually what is spinning the water mill. So I've been doing this wrong the whole time. I've been manually moving it, and that's because I forgot that there is actually this gear over here on this side for you to turn, and it does all of the actions there. You can see how it's also on almost like a timer there, where the reddish brown piece there hits the dark gray piece over there to actually lower it, and then it'll drop back down on the iron anvil there. So that's kind of neat. You've got a ladder to go on up to the top floor. You've got some really cool little details here, like the stone cutter there, as well as over here in the corner there on the armor stand. I'm going to remove that. Putting the armor piece onto the blacksmith, you could see the climbing gear here in its detail. I love the reddish brown and the gunmetal gray look. I think it's interesting that they recolored it here. It being in the blacksmith shop makes me think maybe this is like they're trying to say like, hey, this is where that outfit and armor was created, but I'm not too sure. Making our way back up the pathway, you've got some really large rocks there, and I think that's kind of cool. You could maybe put one of the figures on there and have them like doing different poses and stances, training on it. I don't know. Again, use your imagination. Then you've got a couple more little leaves and flowers here, and this really cool tree. I don't know, I just really love the look of this, and using that piece there that was introduced way back when from Ninjago looks pretty great, and just in reddish brown allows you to branch out and have the leaves create this shape. You've also got a little bit of a different design than some of the other trees there, with the smaller ones up there at the top. Continuing through the pathway, you could see that over here in the front, we've got a couple of different leaves here, and you get a better look at that lantern build there. And as you continue over here as well, you've got more leaves on the outside, all there on the sort of edge of the cliff. Personally, I really like the design of the entranceway here and just how spacious like the archway is, as well as the window sills there that they have designed for the temple. Looks pretty cool with those angled pieces and using those, well, sort of fence pieces for the windows. If we follow this tree up to the roof, I think it looks really great. Again, a very similar design to some of the other trees that you've seen in the set already. Coming up here to the roof, though, I really love the shaping of this and the divot that creates there. You could see and angle this just a little bit, and these pieces on the inside there to fill the gap between the angled plates just look great. The point over here, using those two pieces to create that point that is angled at this corner bit there with the mech claw, looks really good. And same over here on this side as well. And how you can see the red trim plates all pointing towards those little corner details, I think just looks so great. The next level up is a little different, using the windscreen piece there for that curve looks really nice. And I like some of the newer part usages there too for the dark blue tiles and that pattern continuing through. And if you come on over here to the side, you can see it's the exact same thing. And it's supposed to be centered here, or I guess maybe it was the piece underneath that's not as centered. But again, those mech finger pieces look really great, and the little bit of red underneath the trim looks nice. You've got the same design there for the windows that you saw down below. I will say without the actual next level, it is a little wobbly here because there's no connection point across this. I'm actually surprised that this is even built the way that it is. Like, that is pretty unusual for a set. The next level up is a lot smaller than the ones down below, and you could see, again, same design and technique building pattern here that you've got going on. You do have some ingots there on the top, and again, and also the little mech fingers on the corner, very similar to down below. And then up above, we've got this really cool build where you've got like a skull of a dragon there in gold, and it's sitting on top of the roof. And you can see that we've got these large blade pieces there, and these can be angled here as well and turned just a little bit. And you've got like a crown there in the center. The shaping of the roof, it's not as exciting or as detailed as the ones down below. And I think maybe that's a bit of a shame. I think there could have done something here to make it a little bit more detailed like below. Zooming out here just to get a good look at the whole temple. It looks amazing, and it's actually a modular system where you can detach each of the different sections here. So if you want to, you can actually remove the top part there, and then you got to the next floor down, and then even the floor down below, but it's actually still tied and connected here. So let me detach that real quick. On the inside here, we've got a lot going on. You've got the little teapot there to the side and a flower pot over there on that bench. But I'm going to try here to detach something. So you've got some flames on this sort of pedestal here. I'm just going to remove it to show you what it looks like from the other side. You've got this sticker detailing there, which looks pretty cool. And then when this is complete, you've got these flames surrounding what looks like a trophy, I'm assuming, for the tournament. But some people have said that also looks like Chen's staff from the other tournament of elements. So that's kind of cool. You can see you've also got a little bit of a carpet design when you walk on in. Next floor up, we've got a little bit of like a training area where you could spar and hit this here as it spins. You've also got this little punching bag, I guess, for you to attack as well. And then you've got two beds there on the floor, which you could take some figures and have them lying down, which is kind of neat. You've got the little pillow there represented by that ingot piece. The next level up, it's got this table over here with nothing on it. You've got this cool telephone build there on the side with a sticker and a little flower pot in the corner. But probably the most interesting thing are these two 2x4 white stickers there on those tiles. It looks great. I think the one figure there on the right looks a little bit like Robbie, who I thought was maybe a throwaway character, like just a civilian for this, but I'm not sure. And then over there, you've got this older looking guy with the beard and the hair, but I like how the clouds sort of match up and come together in the center. And then the last floor here has this sort of flame that's inside of the eggshell crown piece there. So nothing too special going on the top floor. And here is the dragon included, and I really love the use of Ryu's head here up in the front, recolored here in this dark orange. The leaves and just the theming of this dragon, I think is just so cool, so unique. The autumn colors look amazing with all the leaves and the yellow eyes. The leaves there on, again, the shaping of the sort of horns here look great. I like the lantern there. You do have a saddle there on the back for you to take any of the figures. I'll take Wildfire here and put her on the back. Looks really great. And the shaping here for the arms, and you can sort of angle them a little bit. I like how the ball joint there is in dark orange and how it connects to the dark brown. And you can open up the wings here a little bit and flap this up and down here too. Looks great. And the little bit here for the belly, I like this dark orange, how it can bend there around and it just hugs the stomach, and the design of this from down below. The legs here, a little simple, and you've got a little bit of the feet there that can move. The claws are in reddish brown, and the legs and everything. Then the tail is sort of what makes this fall apart for me. There's just so much light gray and dark grays here, and I just think and wish that they could have covered this up a little bit better. I don't know, like, it's just so noticeable, but there is a lot of posability that you could do with this and angle the tail back and forth. But yeah, overall, over here on the other side, you do have the exact same thing posed here, and the mech finger there down below for the one claw looks great, and I like the sticker there. But yeah, overall, like, this is a really cool design for the dragon, just the autumn design and how that links up to the set. I really like this. Here is simply put the airship, and it's a simple little build. I like the balloon up here on the top using the hat piece there in gold. Then you've got this little arrow sticking out on the other side. How this is built is really great. How you could, I'll just try and detach it to show you here how you've got it sort of inverted there to have one side with studs on it and then the studs on the other. Looks great. And there is a spot for you to actually take one of the figures here and have them inside of the airship. And down below, you've got this rounded piece on the bottom. And then I think these are meant to be the weights there for this to lower. But it's a fun inclusion. I think maybe there could have been a stand for this to actually be able to fly and connect to the actual set, sort of like what you would have with like some of the superhero pieces would work well to do that, but it's okay. Here is Lloyd in this new outfit. He's got the katanas there. This is a new neck attachment, which is really, really cool that it allows you to actually hold 4 of them. There's also a new smaller blade there too. This is what that new piece looks like on its own. Very, very detailed. And again, it's got the sheath there for 2 swords. Removing the gear and the hood piece, you could see the rest of Lloyd's face. It's the same one from the LEGO Ninjago movie. The torso, the legs look really great, and you could see the back torso printing looks really cool with that symbol there, and then Lloyd's symbol as well on the inside of that circle. And here's Nia. She's got that new neck attachment piece there too, and you could see that the outfit looks really cool. Again, I like the leg printing and the torso. It's just, this whole outfit for everyone looks great. One of the things people really love about this Nia specifically is that it's just all a bunch of blues with just some gold, which looks really great there. Face underneath is the LEGO Ninjago movie 1/2, and you can see she's got the smirk on the other side, and same design there on the back with that really cool looking dragon. It is a little bit different than Lloyd's symbol. Here is Zane, looks really great. I like, again, the use of the new piece there, and you could see the outfit for him that he's got on. And removing all that gear, you could see his face better there, as well as on the back, the back head printing, and the dragon there on the back as well. Cole also appears in the set. He's got this really big hammer, and again, that same neck attachment piece, and the mask there's in orange. Removing all that, you can see the torso and leg printing looks great, and on the back, again, I think this is all the source dragons that each of the ninja relate to, so that looks really cool, and again, same Ninjago movie face for him. Here is Aaron, who looks really great in this new outfit. Finally, I like the symbol that they've got on the back there for him. He's got the short katana, but the leg printing looks amazing there, and the feet printing, and that torso, it's very similar to Sora's outfit. Removing the mask, you get a better look at the face there and the torso, and then here on the back, there's no back head printing because of the hairpiece that he has. It doesn't cover it, but looks awesome. Here's Wildfire. Honestly, probably the least interesting figure in here just because there's nothing new going on for her. The face there's no back head printing. It's just that angry expression, and the shoulder attachment there doesn't cover up anything, so you could see the back torso printing there and the leg printing and everything. It's very detailed. It's just not new for this wave like everyone else is getting, or it's just not a new character, so And here's Lord Roz. If you didn't know, red is my favorite color. So the fact that this is here, like the new color for him, just looks incredible. The torso printing, like look at that. The arm printing in red, the face as well with the orange eyes. Like this is just like it's made for me. Like this is perfect. Like incredible. I love the hammer here too, how it's got some transparent red bits there on the end. And removing the gear there, you could see the torso printing better there on the front and then also here on the back. Jordana's included here too, who's got a new shoulder piece for this wave. Looks really great. I love the sword there, and the outfit is just phenomenal. Again, the red there just looks so darn cool. And removing all the gear, you get a better look at her big smirk on one side and this upset expression on the other. That back torso printing there though with giant symbol and the shine of that reddish copper. Oh my goodness. Here is Mr. Pale, who for me is the most exciting figure in here, just because I have been like looking at getting him for a while now to complete my Tournament of Elements, Elemental Masters collection. So to have him here in this new outfit looks great. I really love the torso print there with that shirt with all the money on it. The belt looks great, as well as if I remove the fedora, you could see the sunglasses. I also like this symbol here on the back that he's got. He does have this gun here too. I just love that he's here. Here's the Temple Guard. Really great looking figure. The sword is such a really big build with the machete there on the end of the lightsaber hilt piece there with the lightsaber staff down below. But removing that and zooming in, you could see this outfit is really cool. The neck piece there being used is interesting to see back, I think, from crystallized. And the hat, if I remove that, you get a better look there without the shadows of the face and the back head printing there. Removing the oxygen piece there from Lego City in dark orange, you could see the face, and it's so cool. It's very much a robotic looking figure here with the green eyes, a little bit of green detailing there on the torso, and you could see on the chest down below there, there's a shuriken. So I'm not sure if this relates to Zane at all. That's definitely what it made me think of when I saw that. And then you could see on the back here, the really cool printing there on the back. And that symbol there has appeared, I think it's in this set, and then also the tournament battle set. So here is Blecht. I don't really know how to say it. Bleaked? I don't know. But anyways, we haven't seen the show. You can see that same symbol here on the back of the torso. I love the Han Solo hair here in white. You do have a regular fishing rod piece. We've gotten this a ton of times before. Nothing new there. And you do have a fish in the other hand. I like the torso printing there and the watch in the one pocket. And if I remove the hair and flip them around, there's no second head printing there, unfortunately. Here is Robbie, and you can see the torso there. Looks great with the purple and the red. You've got a credit card there on the phone. I'm not sure what exactly is being purchased here, but same symbol there on the back torso, which is really interesting. And you can see this smirk that he's got there. And on the other side, this scared expression. I don't know, color-wise, it definitely, of course, reminds me of the new color scheme for the enemies in this wave, but we'll have to wait and see. Here is the blacksmith here, and you can see she's got this hammer and then also this transparent orange katana because it's like heated up for her to hit and mold because she's a blacksmith. And then you can see the back torso printing there. Pretty cool torso. If you remove the hair here, you can see she's got this big smile on one side and this smirk or regular non-teeth smile on the other. Well, there you have it, everyone. That is my review of the Tournament Temple City set. I think this is a really great set. As someone who did not get the Temple of Air Jitsu, this feels like very much the first sort of version of that for Dragons Rising. I think that it looks great from afar. Up close, it's got a really, just so many details and fun little play features and hidden things. And the figure selection here is really great too. I also really love that dragon and just the theming, this autumn theme throughout this whole thing. Lots and lots of fun. Can't wait to see this in the show. And I'm excited that this, unlike the rest of the sets, are all June 1st. So very exciting stuff. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think of this set? Be sure to subscribe, turn the bell notification so you don't miss out on future LEGO Ninjago set news and reviews. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you all have a great day. We'll see you all in the next one.